Welcome to another fantastic episode of Movies with Megashaun. Today we're going to be talking about Lucy. Lucy, starring the beautiful Scarlett Johansson and the ever so everywhere Morgan Freeman. It's a different film. Definitely a different film. I know when you watch the trailer, she's changing her hair color. She's throwing people all over the room. She has these magical powers. How did she get these powers? Well, she gets duped into being a drug trafficker. Not by her will, obviously. So that happens. And then in that happening, as you see from the previews, she gets kicked, the bag leaks. So instead of it being someone across, the Mexican border, and it being cocaine, it's this new drug for kids all over the world. And in this, it starts to unlock different neurons in her body. And now she's becoming very conscious of herself and her thoughts and just her brain, depending on who you want to believe. Do we use 20%? Do we use 100%? Who knows? But in this, we only use 20, and she's now 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. So it's following her as she unlocks her brain, her powers. So from there, as you see, she meets Morgan Freeman. They begin to link up and discuss and figure out what's going on, what needs to be done. Now, after this happens, it gets different. So all the action you see is there. So we'll get into what I do like in regards to the action. Of course, I like Scarlett Johansson. Of course, I like Morgan Freeman. Luc Besson, who directed this project, as you've seen many films of his, The Professional, The Fifth Element, and so on and so forth. This one is different. The gunplay's there. As you see, she's force pushing people. She's changing hair color, changing the color of her eyes. If you had a cold and she hugs you, hey, why don't you get some Kleenex? You're about to sneeze. She's just become a mutant, which is pretty cool. It's pretty cool the things she can do. Some of it is a bit over the top, but for what happens after all of that, I accept it. But now, while all this is going on, the gentleman who put the bags in her is in pursuit of her just because they're upset. You costed me money. We got to track you down. So the back and forth she has with them, pretty cool. Pretty cool. But now, what I didn't like, I would feel that if you were unlocking all this knowledge, all the sensitivity and all these different things, that you would have more sensitive, have more emotion. But she just became cold, very monotone, very clear-eyed guy throughout the movie. And then it takes this turn, like we're going at 85, right? So we're going at 85, and then immediately left, and you're like, what am I watching? And that's where now that part I can't tell you. What I can tell you is what you see in the trailer is what you get, and then you get some stuff that you didn't even bargain for. If you're familiar with Darwinism or evolution and things like that, then it kind of goes that way, but it's just odd. And just as a tip, I'll give you this one for free. This one's free. Usually Megashaun will give it for free, but this one's free. Lucy was the name of the first hominoid. So, whether you believe in Noah's in the Ark or you're an evolution person. So she was either found several thousand years ago or millions of years ago. And that is the, remains they found of a hominoid. So that would be like, the first monkey that they believe we all came from. So it is a bit ironic that is Scarlett's character, but, what can you do? Bones found in Ethiopia, Scarlett Johansson. I mean, but are you really surprised? Not at all. So I would say go and check this out for nothing more than matinee money. It's not that. But go see it though. But yeah, be sure to subscribe to this channel, to hit me up and let me know what your thoughts are of this movie, because I would love to hear them. Be sure to subscribe, to follow, to hit us up on Facebook and Twitter. And also, in closing, somebody owes me 2 bags of Twizzlers, because this was... just be sure to write in and let us know what you think. Have a good one.